Hey guys, my name is Mike and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be working on restoring an old axe, working on making some wood handles for a few knives, and also discovering how leather works and how to use it to make cases for some knives. I hope you enjoyed this short video. It was a really fun one and I will see you soon.
So I got this old axe, 2 Swiss francs, just about $1. The head's a bit wobbly, the wood looks quite old and lived, the axe has been red but so I'd like to polish it all off, sharpen the blade because it's kind of dull, take the handle out, re-sand it, retreat it, maybe add a hole so I can add a piece of like string to hold it, and just make sure it doesn't fall off on me when I'm chopping wood. I'll just be going through that whole process. Got the vise, I'll hook it on, sharpen it, hit it with a nice sanding, and it should be good to go. Not too sure about how to go into removing this. My main solution is clamping the axe in a vise and hitting it really hard with a hammer.
Let's hit it really hard with a hammer.
Ideas I've ever had. So I'm going to try and use this. Obviously it's not working. I think I'm going to get a small drill to drill out of a centerpiece so the wood isn't being pressed apart. I think I got myself my drill. My $2 axe. So for some unknown reason, the axe is now set even more than before. Drilled the holes hoping it would clamp it down, but instead of that it's pushed it further apart, and now the axe is solid. How to remove axe from the mill. I'll start destroying all my tools. So yeah, let's just chop that back in. There we go. Much more simple. And I'll make it a bit shorter too because I felt the weight was a bit. All I need to do now, hit this with a polish, give a paint off because I don't like this, resharpen the blade, sand the axe, put the axe back in, sand the handle, put a handle back in the axe and call it a day.
So I'm just using an angle grinder to get all the paint off, and then a hand sharpening tool with a cloth that I'm raising gradually to get the blade nice and sharp. Simply whacking the handle back into the axe upside down will make the axe come back up and it will really set in place. I'm then using a quick hand torch to burn off the wood.
Well, for some reason the GoPro battery died on me, but I charged the wood handle, sanded it down to a 300 grit, wedged the axe in, polished it, resharpened it. I've got a shot of my phone, I've been trying it out.
So the axe turned out pretty well. I'm quite happy with how nice it came out and the charring of the handle blades. And I had a bit more time while I was at the workshop and some spare Moro knife blanks. So I thought I could make some wooden handles for those 2 knife blanks. I got this nice piece of hardwood, not sure what it is, but I thought I could use it to make a few handles for my knife blades, which is pretty neat. So I stenciled out the rough shape I needed for the wood and then went to a massive bandsaw to cut it out. Got to be really patient with that. It's such a dense wood that I have to go really slowly. You can see here that's actually not sped up. Every other shot of me cutting it is completely sped up to make it less boring. I then just get a few ideas out on my phone, sketch out a a general idea of how I want the shape of the handle to be, use a pencil, and then I'll end up cutting it again on a smaller bandsaw so I can get into the details. Use a nice sanding machine to sand off the edges and make it nice and smooth, and then use the bandsaw again to cut the inside open, slice it open, because I then will need to insert the blade in it. So I basically will open the piece of wood up in two, insert the blade, and then close it back up with some glue. And that should do the trick. So far it's been working a charm. I'm recording this voiceover almost 6 months after this video was shot, and the knife has been holding up really well. I was putting a bit of wood dust, sawdust with glue to fill up a few of the holes, and as I was clamping it all down, I realized I had used super fast quick set glue, and I really wanted to clamp it down before it set, so I started kind of panicking and I was messing up all my clamps and had to restart. And the last thing I was doing at the workshop this weekend was making some knife handles for my Mora knives, knife blank blades I got. One of them I made out of some pine wood, super light. I charred it and treated it with some boiled linseed oil. And the other one I used an unknown hardwood. I'm not sure what kind of wood it is. It's not at all finished yet, so I still need to sand this down, maybe sand the edges and treat it as well. I'd like to maybe also drill a hole. I'll see. The blades aren't the same either. As you can see, like, one of the blades is a bit wider than the other one, but they both cut super well. So yeah, they'll be used when I go out camping from time to time. And until I get my carving knife, once I get my carving knife, I'll be using these knives until I get my carving knife to carry on my spoon I've been wanting to make, which surprisingly works extremely well, and it's quite worrying to see how sharp these knives are. Wow. Oh my god, I've never had such sharp knives ever. And here you go, all sanded down, quite smooth, feels really nice to hold as well. All I've got left to do now is add a bit of oil to it. Do the back as well. Alright, I'll let that sit for a bit, and then it should be good. That is wild. Pretty sure I shouldn't be cutting towards my thumb, but you know, you live and you learn. The knife handles turned out super well. Really happy with the two types of wood, and the handle blades with paracord around it also came out pretty nice. But the one thing that was missing from those two was some leather cases. So I decided to make a quick case for the axe head to protect the axe from getting dented or denting something. And I thought the knives would also do with two nice leather cases. Bought some rivets and started working on making some cases, which was a first as well for me. So I'm gonna cut out the rough shapes I need for the knives. I will then wet them and let them dry in the shape. And then I've got some sort of, what are these called? Rivets? That I'll just hammer in to keep the leather together. You basically mush them together so the metal expands, blocking it and keeping it in place. So yeah, let's go. I'm not sure what I'm thinking about for this axe, so that to avoid using too much leather. I'm thinking I want a sort of piece of leather that kind of slides onto this, and then with a strap in the middle, I can strap on at the back to avoid any buttons, so then I can just like strap it in and out. So that would mean I need a piece of leather. If I draw it out here, do you see crayon on leather? Oh yeah, I see that. Up, over the blade and down, and then steadily keep it. Flip it. This is the first time I'm working with leather. So it would fold in the middle like this. Cut a rough shape first of leather. Cut leather. Maybe I could use this instead. Let me see. I'm not sure if scissors or a X-Acto knife blade is better. Let's see. Alright, yeah, that's how I cut. That is tons better. Jesus. Alright. So I'm seeing a problem with the idea I had, which is a sort of a pull on. As soon as I clamp it closed, I mean, it's not going anywhere because the base is smaller than the top. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is close it up like this, and then it can slide on and off like that. And then I would want a strap system that straps onto the back of the head and it can't move. And I remove a strap, and then it can come off and on. So, I mean, regardless, I need to shape it this size, but what I can do is shift it more this end, so I have more material to work with here, since this side is always going to be open anyway. So I heard you need to wet the leather, shape it, heavy duty clamps in place, and then leave it dry, and it dries in the shape. So that is what I'm going to do. Let's give this a shot. Wet piece of leather on the axe. So just editing Mike stepping over. Turns out you're meant to soak the leather for 30 minutes to an hour, not just dipping it in the water for 2 minutes. But as you'll see, it worked out in the end. But if anyone is trying to do something similar, soak the leather for longer. This has been drying off for the night. I had to re-clip it because I dropped it. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I've got the rivets ready. I'm gonna, I guess, drill some holes. I don't have that sort of pinchy tool that makes holes for the leather. Let's get a rivet out. I don't really want to drill on my mat. Okay, one's gone through. Pilot the next one, okay. Oh. Okay, so 2 holes, at least that works. Good God, this seems painfully awkward. Okay, I'm seeing it. And then what do? Just that. I'm like, okay. Sorry, I realize I'm doing it. Am I doing it off camera? Oh, no, I'm not. but let me take you a bit closer. It seems to be holding, but now the important part is I need to hammer it. Yeah. And then let's see. Holy shit. Okay, that holds exceptionally well. That is awesome. So I'm going to do 2 to like lock it in place. There we go. Actually, yeah, let's do 2. It wasn't that painful. 1, and then let's do 1 here. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to go with the brass look. So we are going to plop 2 through here and get the other counterpart of it. Make sure it holds first before anything else. There we go. Where's my hammer? Oops. Good old hammer. And here. I missed the table. There you go. Got my axe. Ha! Oh, that is so cool. Let's add a 3rd one for safety reasons. And yeah, then I can carve leather a bit nice. So I curve the end, curve this out, square this off, curve it, and then I'll have my first part of it. So let's do that. I reinforced the strap with 3 rivets on each side. It wouldn't like tear at one point, so now it's got 3 points of pressure instead of 1. But that was a great way to test how to make leather cases, because I've now got 2 more to make, and if I do have some leftover leather, I'm going to make a handle for one of my cast iron pans. hang on, can you hear that? Is a build-up to an epic super ending montage with some heavy bass, slow motion, and badly color graded shots? Yeah, I think it is. Hang on, let's wait for a drop. Here we go. Hope you liked this video, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.